Hi Pisces, Pisces placements. Welcome to Pisces Tarot and Advice, and welcome to your daily reading. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on for you at the time you find this video. It could talk about the energies and events of the day. It could talk about an ongoing issue you got going on and hopefully give you some insight. Or it could talk about things that haven't happened yet and giving you a heads up, preparing you for what's to come. Okay, so we have the King of Cups and the Moon. So this could be you with the King of Cups or another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like someone is in deep contemplation. Something, whether they should say something or do something. And there's a lot of fears and insecurities and anxieties that come up. And I just hear, is it worth it or is it worth risking things? We have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it could be involving a group of people, a team effort, collaborative effort, or it could involve wanting to advance a project or wanting to advance at work or wanting an increase in money. And so it's a case of potentially for some contemplating, should I ask for a promotion? Should I ask for a raise? Should I kind of put my case forward why I deserve a bonus? Is it worth me risking it? Because what if they say no? What if it reflects poorly on me? There's a fear of backlash, or there's a fear of opening up a can of worms. Okay. So let's see. We'll see if that message comes into the main spread as well. But if it doesn't, it's your advice, if that's your situation, is to listen to your instincts and to strategize. Put emotion aside if you can. And the way will become clear. You'll find the words to say and the right way to say it. So you just have to put emotion aside as much as you can. Don't just get out of your own head, okay? All right, interesting. So let's see, for Pisces placements. What's going on for Pisces placements at the time they find this reading? What are the messages for their highest good? Okay. Let's have a look. Always look in the description box. I link other readings that I think you might find useful or helpful. I link readings I do for all the signs on my other channel. If that's something that would interest you. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on for Pisces. Okay, bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is an energy of competition. Can be a bit of chaos. Too much going on at the same time. Dealing with too many people at the same time. Conflicting views also comes up here. It could be petty fighting. It could be playful competition or actual competition where you're kind of having to prove yourself. Okay, the Five of Wands can also be internal conflict. Again, with that conflicting views, could also be internal conflict. Maybe if it's linking into the pre-shuffle message of whether or not you should do something. Okay, something's telling you to go for it, but when you start thinking and overthinking and overanalyzing, a lot of fears come to the surface, and it's giving you pause. Okay, current situation: Six of Pentacles and the Tower. Interesting. So this is unexpected support or unexpected charity or unexpected offer. I also feel like this is saying if you are the one that has been supporting other people, okay, whether that's, financially, or you're always the shoulder to cry on, or you're always the problem solver and the fixer, and the Tower just talks about something coming to the surface, something that has been bottled up. Okay, maybe you've not been able to say no, or you've said no and they keep asking. The Tower can be that moment of anger at the unfairness of it all, at someone's unfair expectations of you or unfair demands of you. What's going to help or hinder the situation? We have the Magician and the Two of Cups. This is like a face-to-face conversation. This is like a heart-to-heart between you and another person, putting everything on the table with the Magician. That's what's going to help the situation. What may hinder the situation is trying to dress up what you're trying to say. Being overly polite, being overly diplomatic, sugarcoating things. You have the best intentions, but looking at these cards, the other person you're trying to talk to is just completely missing your point. So straightforward conversation, putting it all on the table, straightforward conversation. Maybe that's what you're anxious about. Okay. On the mind, the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor. Aries energy. This is, there's a plan, there's a strategy that you have in place. So I don't know if someone keeps going off plan. I don't know if someone keeps failing on keeping their promises, on sticking to the plan, on sticking to what's agreed. And then you have to fix it, or you have to compensate for it, or you have to make up for it. For some of you, this is the case of someone keeps coming to you for advice. You spend the time with them, you give them the advice, and they go off and they do something completely different, and then they come back to you because things didn't go well. And you're saying, well, what did we agree? Like, that's not what we agreed you were going to do. You know? And they just keep doing it, potentially. In the Foundation, the Four of Pentacles and the Moon. Yeah, I feel like in the Foundation with the Four of Pentacles and the Moon, you just don't want to give to something anymore with the Four of Pentacles. You've given too much. It's unfair. Six of Pentacles. It's not balanced. You're the only one giving, or you're constantly giving more than you're receiving. And whether this is because, this person doesn't appreciate you, or they never say thank you, or they rarely say thank you, or they never return the favor when it's you, or it's just that expectation, like, why are you even expecting me to fix your problems? And with the Moon, there's a lot of things you haven't said to this person or these people in your life. Okay? There's a lot of things that you're keeping to yourself in order to be polite, in order to be kind, with the Magician here and the Two of Cups. But at the end of the day, it's just feeding back into the unfairness of it all. So not only is this person or this group of people unfair to you with their demands or expectations or what they're asking of you, but it looks like, Pisces, to be honest, you're also being a bit unfair to yourself by not expressing what you truly think and feel in this situation. So this is something for you to consider. And you have been considering it. In the recent past, we have the Four of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so see, this is the contemplation energy that we saw in the pre-shuffle. The Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. Now, for some of you may have had trouble sleeping or resting properly because with the Two of Pentacles, you keep telling yourself, I should say something, and then you talk yourself out of it. I should stop doing this, and then you talk yourself into continuing whatever the situation is. For whatever reason, I'm sure you have your reasons, but it looks like it's starting to take a toll on you. And what's going to happen is the lid is going to blow off of that bottle that you're bottling up all these feelings and dissatisfactions in. Okay? All right. So let's look at outcome and advice here. Because remember, it's not necessarily that you're dealing with evil people. I'm not necessarily seeing that, where they're intentionally taking advantage of you. What I'm seeing more is they're not aware. They don't know the sacrifice, the depth of the sacrifice that you're making. Because you don't talk about it, And this happens a lot because you don't talk about it. The other person doesn't know that it's a struggle for you. You're always smiling, you're always showing up, you're always understanding, you're always patient, you're always saying, it's not a problem, don't worry about it, it's not a problem. So they have no indication, right? If you keep saying there's not a problem, what would make them go, are you sure? Are you sure, Pisces? Double checking, triple checking. If you keep saying it's not a problem, they just assume there's no problem. Okay, so that's kind of how we end up putting ourselves in situations because we're not open and honest. We have the best of intentions. We don't want to upset the other person. We don't want to say no. We don't want to cause, instability. We don't want to upset anyone, right? But the only thing that's doing, Pisces, is putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's that self-sacrifice that, is a very big and difficult lesson for Pisces in general to learn because we are self-sacrifice, right? And so it's part of the lesson of learning the difference between giving and sacrificing, between healthy boundaries and no boundaries. Everyone takes whatever they want from you, or do you understand what I'm saying? So in the outcome and advice, we have the Two of Wands. Contemplating a new direction, a new way of doing things. Ten of Swords. Because what's going on is too much of a heavy burden. And you feel unseen, unappreciated, taken advantage of. And it does feel like that. But it's time with the Emperor on the mind. And I feel like that's what you've been doing and what you've been contemplating. It's time to look at, okay, what is the role that I'm playing? What am I doing to contribute to me ending up in this situation? And the Strength card. Now, I'll see what the other cards are. But with the Strength card, it could be that you either take a different path, Two of Wands. You stand up for yourself. And strength is quiet strength. It's grace, it's elegance. It's not the going to war, okay? So you can have a very open, honest conversation without it turning into an argument. And this is you calmly explaining and expressing to the other person or the other people that we're going to be doing things differently from now on. Because the way things have been a challenge for me and I can't do it anymore. Okay? And just tempering your feelings and tempering your anger. Now, let's see what the other cards are, because hopefully, Pisces, this doesn't mean that you are holding back yet again and keeping yourself in this struggle. What else do we have? We have the Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we've seen the Queen of Wands quite a bit lately. Coming into a place of confidence, but it's a queen and not a king, and gender is not important here. It's a queen and not a king because it is the strength, okay? It's similar to the Strength card in that it's grace, it's elegance, it's saying what you have to say with the smile on your face, with gentility, with diplomacy, but you still say what you have to say. And it's different to the king because the king can come across a bit more forceful. Okay, the queen energy is not forceful. The queen energy is, this is what it is, I think this is for the best, and you do what you will, right? Expressing the boundaries, and then it's up to the other person what they do with it. It's not up to you. And you will adjust accordingly to whatever they decide they want to do with that information. But there's a difference, right? It's not, I want to do it my way like the king energy. No, it's like, I think this is what's best for everyone, including myself. The Wheel of Fortune is true change. It's also a change in fortune. So if you have been struggling, and you have been, you've depleted your reserves, whether that's energy, time, money. And this is where you get that energy back. You get the confidence, the vitality, the energy, physical energy, right? Strength, vitality. You're feeding it back into yourself. Or you have more of a balance of what you give to yourself and what you give to others. Yeah, and the Nine of Pentacles. And then you bring the focus back to you With the Nine of Pentacles here, this is where we give when we have surplus, and it's not a problem. Okay? Versus Four of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. I don't really have the money to give, but I'm going to have to give anyway. I feel like my hands are tied. I don't have the money to give, but I feel like I have more money than they do, so I guess I should. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Okay? If we want to help someone, we have to make sure that we can actually help them, but not damage ourselves in the process. Because then we're not helping. We're sacrificing ourselves for the good of someone else. And that's okay if that's what you choose to do. It's a beautiful thing. But just be prepared. The other person, the person that you're giving to, will not have a knowledge and an understanding of what it took for you to offer them that support. They don't realize, potentially, most of the times, that you took something off yourself. You took something you needed. You took something you lacked, and you gave it to them instead of investing it in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, this is like a fortune, a change in your fortune, because you can start to invest some of your time, your energy, your resources, your money back into yourself. Build yourself up. Build yourself back up. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. And then, if you want to, you can do charity work. You can do volunteer work. You can just give away things and time and money and support. But there has to be a boundary. There has to be a balance. Okay? So, it's time to be honest, Pisces. It's time to be honest with yourself and with this other person or this group of people, whoever they may be. And it's one of them where if this person is truly a friend to you or someone who truly values you and appreciates you, they'll go, oh, Pisces, I had no idea. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the effort. I had no idea you were struggling. I would never have come to you had I known. So thank you. What you did means even more for me, but I can take it from here. You go sort yourself out. I can take it from here. Or if you're saying, listen, I'm going to need to take a step back and just kind of refocus and work on myself for a while, work on my money again because I've just been depleted. They'll go, absolutely, Pisces, fully understand. I had no idea that's what the situation was. Absolutely. Those are your friends. Those are people who respect you. Those are people who value you. Those are the people you can keep close to you, right? Because when the time comes, they will return the favor because they have that knowledge now. They have that understanding of what you truly did for them, and they appreciate it, okay? The people who kick off at you, call you selfish for not fixing their problems, call you selfish for not putting yourself in a hole to dig themselves out of the hole they dug themselves into, have issues with you, start fights with you, make you feel bad. Yeah, Pisces, I understand. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Like, you were all I had. But if you need to take some time, I guess, yeah, sure. I just don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, sure, you take your time. Those are not your people, Pisces. And it's time to do a clear out. It's time to declutter your social circles, your connections, your investments. Okay? Ace of Swords. Speak the truth. It will show you who your people are and who your people aren't. Okay? Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords. Talk about the little things that niggle at you. Talk about the little things that annoy you. Talk about everything that has just been bottling up because they don't know the truth, Pisces. They don't know the truth. The Seven of Cups, you painted a really beautiful picture about how you're okay. And it's time to tell the truth, okay? And give them a chance to be there for you for a change. And I know it can seem daunting and scary if that's not something you're used to doing. But it's part of self-love and self-respect. And if we don't show ourselves that love and that respect, other people won't do that either, because we teach people what's okay and what's not okay, and we teach them how to treat us, basically, what we allow and what we don't, etc. And again, I'm not seeing anything nefarious in these cards. I just think you're kind of making it worse in your own head because you're feeling guilty, okay, with the moon. You feel guilty for saying no. You feel guilty for even feeling angry at the fact that you have to give and you don't have what you need to give, right? If that makes sense. You feel guilty because you feel like the other people or this other person is going to struggle if you say no, is going to struggle if you take a step back. But you know what? The world continues to revolve, okay? The Wheel of Fortune. They'll figure something else out. They'll find a different source of help, of support. Life will go on. You have to look after yourself, because whatever's going on here is depleting you, and it's making you feel angry, undervalued, underappreciated, and that might lead to you pushing certain people away. And we have to be fair. Sometimes, yes, that is the right move, and we're dealing with people who just don't care, and we should have boundaries with them and not think about it. Other times, it's important to pause and really contemplate, are we being fair in the situation? Have I told the person in front of me that I'm struggling to give them what they've asked for? Have I told them that? Because if they're still asking for it and they don't care that I've told them I'm struggling, then that's your indication that you can say no and not feel bad about it at all, because clearly they don't value you. But if you've told them that, that's you being fair to the person. And then they can either not care, or they can show you that they do care about you, they do value you, and they want you to be okay. And they'll just go figure it out somewhere else until you're better, until you can help, or until whatever the situation is. But we have to be fair, okay? Ace of Swords. And to make sure that we're seeing the truth, that we're being fair, and we're seeing the truth in the situation before making big decisions, or before blowing up on people. So let's see. What else does Pisces need to know when it comes to the situation? What else does Pisces need to know when it comes to the situation? Oh, one more. What else does Pisces need to know when it comes to the situation? Guidance and advice for Pisces when it comes to the situation. All right. So let's see. Yeah, so we have broken heart. I feel like you're breaking your own heart, Pisces. I feel like you feel a lot of feelings that are not necessary. Okay, so you feel bad, you feel guilty, you feel like the other person's going to be upset, you feel like the other person's world is going to crumble if you say no, or if you have some boundaries. Give me one sec. Because you can say, I can't give you what you need. I can give you half of that, though. You know, it doesn't have to be that I can't do anything for you, right? Or it can be I can't do anything for you right now. If you still need this in a couple of days, come talk to me again. But for now, I'm really sorry, okay? And matter of fact, it's sometimes that's the best approach, because if someone's really counting on you and you say, yeah, sure, no problem, but then you struggle and you can't deliver, then you are going to let them down, right? Whereas if you say, I really don't know, I'm not sure, so it's best not to count on me because I don't want to let you down, they'll go figure something else out. Or if they're still figuring it out while you've gotten yourself in a good position, you can be the knight in shining armor that comes in and saves the day. I figured it out. I can do it now. I can help you now. And they will really appreciate you, right? So don't break your own heart, Pisces. No reason to feel guilty. No reason to feel bad. We have contract, and again, you have the scales here, like you do in the Six of Pentacles. So it has to be fair. Be mindful of what you're committing to. It has to be fair. The Temple Path and Storm Warning. And I'm going to read the Temple Path because I keep thinking about reading the Temple Path in the book, and I don't think I have. So let's see. Spiritual purpose and support. Okay, support being the key word. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads you to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. This card upright is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. Like I said, it's that difficult lesson to learn. You're on your karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world, your family members and friends, angels and guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. The affirmation: I open my heart to my spiritual truth and a deeper connection with spirit. Guidance and inspiration come freely and easily to me. So that sums up everything pretty neatly. There's no reason to fear whatever you think is going to happen, whatever storm you think is going to start brewing, whatever disaster you think is going to happen. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. All you have to do is be honest, be fair. Okay? This is also soul contract, the temple path with contract. Your soul contract is part of your soul's lessons to express yourself truthfully, honestly, especially when it comes to boundaries, especially when it comes to what you can and can't do, what you commit to, and lessons with giving. We also have adjacent possibilities. So if you're thinking that you're going to leave someone in a hole and they'll be dead in the water, they won't have anything else to do and anyone else to turn to, that's not the case. There are other possibilities. There are other options. Or for you, you have options. It's not necessarily a yes or no. Sometimes it's a I can help, but only up until this point. If you can sort it out past this point, then that's great. Sure, I don't mind. If you can't, then I can't give you the full support that you need. And then they can go talk to someone else. Find a different plan. Find a different approach. There are options. There are possibilities. Okay? Journey. Again, coming up. I don't know what my boys are doing. Okay. So this is how you move forward on your soul's path. You learn the lessons. You grow. You have that spiritual advancement, if you will. You grow as a person. Your relationships grow in depth and genuine energy, right? So it's nothing but upsides here. And if you have to cut some people out because they don't value you and they're showing you that by not respecting your boundaries, then that's fine. Your resources are going to grow because you'll stop giving to those people. And you'll have those resources to invest in yourself or other people, other connections, other projects. Okay, so Pisces, it's time to tell the truth. It's what's best for you and everyone else. And it will lead to growth. It will lead to growth, okay? So I hope this helps you. I'm looking forward to your thoughts. Let me know how you resonate with the reading if you do. I really hope it helps you. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.